And welcome back to Cinema Vino. It's good to have you guys with us. My name is Todd Wofford, and hope you guys are having a happy New Year's Day, 2025. It's great to ring in a new year with you guys, and thank you so much for listening. We're going to go back and look at one of the New Year's movies we did a couple of years ago, which people don't necessarily think of it as a New Year's movie, but When Harry Met Sally. One of the biggest and most famous scenes in the movie actually occurs on New Year's Eve. So it's a classic rom-com, which I think all of us on this podcast kind of have a soft spot for. So take a listen to that. And then next week, we're going to go big into Sci-Fi January. We've got some classic sci-fi movies that I think those of you who've been with us for a while will be shocked that we haven't already done these. So keep listening, and we thank you so much, and enjoy this look back at When Harry Met Sally.
Whether you're a true whiskey fan or looking for a gift for the whiskey drinker in your life, Flaviar is your exclusive backstage pass. Flaviar offers a monthly subscription that delivers a carefully chosen whiskey right to your doorstep.
In addition, their tasting boxes give you a broad array of samples hand-picked by the experts themselves.
This holiday season, check out Flaviar's Advent Calendar. Every day in December, you can open a different door to a delicious new whiskey.
Go to flaviar.com/cinemavino to start your adventure in the world of whiskey. Use promo code cinemavino10 to save $10 on any purchase of $100 or more. That's flaviar.com/cinemavino, promo code cinemavino10. And welcome back to Cinema Vino. It's good to have you guys here with us.
Yes.
I'm glad you left all of your son's like dinosaur foods on the table, because Taylor has put 6 of them all in 69 positions.
That's not a 69 position. That's just a rootin' tootin' good time.
You know what?
Literally tootin'.
Hold on. A Stegosaurus and a Triceratops, that's a 38 if I've ever seen one.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, they've been extinct for 69 million years, as luck would have it. That's 1 million years for every bone. And
well, I mean, you're not going to get pregnant in that position. I'm sure.
You're not a paleontologist. You don't know.
I don't know. It's okay.
Yeah. I mean, maybe you can travel back in time, land of the lost. They're all doing nasty stuff.
Living in the land of the lost.
I mean, you're right. I don't know exactly how much ejaculate Triceratops is dealing with.
No.
Or if it comes out of the horn.
We don't know. No.
That's one thing Jurassic Park did not tell us.
Yeah, we didn't see it like a fire hose of semen.
We did see the backside, though. That was one big pile of shit.
Exactly.
Yeah. I can only imagine come out the front.
I mean, I imagine at least 3 Peter Norths.
I mean, yeah, if you stack Peter North end on end, that's how.
Or Matt Ramsey, depending on what fan of his.
I mean, he's got a Triceratops in his pants.
That's true. That's for damn sure. That's a righteous horn.
He's got my crustaceans down there too.
Yeah,
friendly crustaceans.
So anyway, we are here with Taylor Owens, Trav Bud.
Yo.
Sean Jordan is away, but we're thinking about him.
Yeah,
whatever island he's on right now.
Mm-hmm.
Todd Wofford. And this is our New Year's Eve podcast. It's not New Year's Eve yet, but we're going to watch a New Year's Eve based movie.
Do we have to kiss at the end of this?
We don't have to, but we're going to.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's what I signed up for anyway.
Okay.
There's mistletoe hanging over us for a reason right now.
Tons of mistletoe.
Wait, hold on. Does mistletoe, is that still in play after Christmas?
Oh, it's free game.
Yeah.
Is that year round?
Anytime. Well, according to mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit's dangerous.
Yeah, it's always poisonous, but still.
Yeah.
Mistletoe can be dangerous if you eat it.
So we're going to talk about When Harry Met Sally.
A kiss can be even deadlier if you really mean it.
Thank you, Trav. That was a nice haiku.
Yeah. It was from, it was Catwoman and Batman Returns.
Yeah. Okay. That's great. So we're drinking a Chandon Brut Rosé.
I'll just go fuck myself.
Happy New Year.
Mm-hmm. Happy Christmas.
Yes.
Happy Christmas, Ron.
Yeah. Happy Christmas, Harry. But yeah, we're going to drink some Chandon Brut Rosé, classic California sparkling.
It's a red shit.
It's a rosé. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's going to be, it's like a rose gold, like iPad color.
Yeah.
You know? It's classic Steve Jobs Cupertino. Yeah, it's kind of a orangey pink color.
Mm-hmm.
And quite good, I think, for the $15 price.
I mean, it's exactly the same color as like a Diet Cherry 7-Up.
I think that's
a lot
what they're
better,
going
though.
for, too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They want it to look like something you get from Sonic.
Diet Cherry 7-Up. Caffeine free.
Yeah, and just 1 calorie. But yeah, this is nice and little budget bubbly. You know, be good for New Year's. If you don't want to go all the way on a high end champagne.
Oh, I always go all the way on New Year's.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I've heard the screaming.
That's what you know.
Yeah.
That's what I've seen.
Yeah, and got that mistletoe up year round.
Yeah.
Pervert. But then we're also going to do a little cava. We got some delicious Spanish cava, which is an affordable bubbly. This is the Juvie and Camps.
Have you been there?
To Juvie? I mean, the records are sealed, but I was there for 2 years. Freshman. The court's not allowed to release that information, but, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, cherry bombs in the toilets. I mean, what do you...
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
You always got to protect your towel. You only get one.
That's exactly right.
I've been here too.
So, yeah, this...
Stupid.
Yeah, it says somebody that's never been to Juvie. You've been to Juvie, man. You protect your fucking towel.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
You know, put your clothes on and be stuck to your body because you ain't got no towel.
Well, it can also be used as a weapon. They don't give you shivs in there.
Yeah. You snap people in the butt with that thing, that hurts.
In the butt? Okay. I play for keeps, man.
So anyway, this is a cava from Spain. This is a Brut Natura, so it's going to be on the drier side of Brut. This is the cava we haven't gotten to yet, but it's going to be on the drier side.
Yeah.
I would put this one on the sweeter side of a Brut.
I would say so too.
Yeah. This has a little, I mean, it's not sweet by any means, but it definitely has a little more of a sugary, fruity feel to it. So
I think that color throws people off, but it was like, you know, it's just the skin of the grape, girl.
yeah.
I had a leftover microwaved Whataburger today, so I'm getting some of those onions, and this is cutting through.
Pairs well.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'm getting the full taste that you get.
Your taste buds haven't rebuilt themselves yet.
No. Whataburger onions, they'll set you back a couple days.
Well, they flavor everything that you eat, and honestly,
With onions.
half the time, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, these are both under $20. Good bubblies, I think, to do if you're on a budget for New Year's Eve, and especially if you're buying multiple bottles. These are both Chenin Brut Rosé and the Juvie and Camps. So again, Juvie's no place to go. Take my word for that.
No.
Keep your towel clean.
But when you were
within reach.
But when you were in Spain, you didn't see that place.
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
No, Juvie or the winery.
On the winery.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Or Juvie in Spain.
No, you definitely don't want to go to Juvie in Spain. No. I mean, you get a big towel, but you still have to guard it.
You got to share it with 2 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a much bigger towel, but still. So we're going to talk about When Harry Met Sally, a classic New Year's Eve movie. Dare I say, an iconic rom-com all time. A little background on this movie. This was released July 14th, 1989, which seems weird because it seems like very fall and Christmas, New Year's centric.
Yeah.
You know, you see them walking around, leaves falling all around them. It doesn't seem like a July summer movie to me.
Yeah, you get 2 Decembers in there, 2 separate times where they're getting like Christmas trees, or at least Meg Ryan's getting a Christmas tree, and you got 2 New Year's. I thought you were only picking this for a New Year's because of the very end.
Yeah.
But I
Which is iconic.
I totally forgot that there was, they had another New Year's in there, and then like a pact or something to be each other's date the next year.
And it's like, New Year's kind of plays a big role in the flow of the story. 2 big New Year's scenes in the movie. So yeah, this grossed $90 million against a $16 million budget. Directed by Rob Reiner, who also directed Spinal Tap. Stand By Me, Princess Bride, Misery, Few Good Men. So he's had some hits.
Oh yeah, he was reading Misery, and Billy Crystal was reading Misery in one of the I saw that, but I never knew that Rob Reiner directed it.
A little foreshadowing there.
Yep.
This is written,
did that come out after this? I guess.
Yeah, came out the next year. It's written by Nora Ephron, who also wrote or co-wrote Sleepless in Seattle and You've Got Mail. So definitely a rom-com superstar writer. Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan play the title couple who meet just after college, share a cross-country ride in New York City. They build a weird off-kilter chemistry until Harry ruins it by declaring that men and women cannot sustain platonic friendship with each other. With that, they go their separate ways. Many years pass. They occasionally run into each other, but always while they're in a relationship with somebody else. After a very long time, they see each other when they're actually single, and they decide to strike up a truly platonic friendship, and they develop an actual bond with each other and start doing everything together, falling asleep on the phone to each other's voices, sharing everything. And so basically they are trying to live out a friendship when they don't realize or won't realize that they're actually soulmates. So they're actually pushing back against the idea that they are meant for each other. So basically, yeah, Rob Reiner and Nora Ephron intersperse the stories, cutaway interviews of elderly couples who recall like how serendipity either kept them apart or brought them together at just the right time when they were supposed to be together, and then they wound up together forever. And so basically, Harry and Sally are either going to defy Harry. Somebody's going to be wrong. They're either going to defy Harry's belief that men and women can't be just friends, or they're going to stay friends and defy the destiny that all the couples talk about and live out their lives as friends instead of.
So, I have a question. I didn't look at this beforehand. Are all of the couples that like in between, like interviewed, it's almost like The Office or something where they're interviewing like little snapshots. Are those actual couples or are those actors?
I honestly don't know.
Yeah.
Because I think I recognize at least two of the women from something else.
I believe they're actors.
Yeah, I would assume actors.
Yeah.
Like because the stories were pretty funny.
Yeah.
I know, I believe I remember that Rob Reiner's mother is the one that says, I'll have what she's having.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's one story I remember. Okay.
Yeah. And now famous Katz's Deli in New York is where that scene takes place.
Okay.
And they've obviously got posters and pictures of that in their deli now. But yeah, so basically, that's what I got for a summary. I'm kind of curious to see what you guys think. Have you seen it before? And if not, what did you think about it as a first impression? So,
yeah, I had seen this before, but maybe not all the way through. This might have been one of those ones where I saw like hungover on a couch. I knew the iconic scenes before I even saw the movie, to be honest. It was like, so I never watched it, but I saw them. I knew what was going to happen of all these iconic scenes. And I knew the whole play of the movie. I watched it one time. I was in and out of it, zoned out. I don't remember a lot of it, but rewatching it, I gotta say that it is the first thing I thought of when I was watching is like, this is what I would translate to nowadays, a Kevin Smith early movie. So dialogue driven, so dialogue heavy, which I think I actually kind of liked. It was like, I think I actually kind of liked it. It was very dialogue heavy and I enjoyed it. But you really couldn't take your eye off it. And not only was it dialogue heavy, it was fast. And I'm a fast talker, but I felt like Billy Crystal, all the jokes were fast. Everything was fast. We're moving. And I knew all the scenes. I knew how everything ended. But I will say, like, for an hour and 36 minutes, I understand the iconic aspect of it. Like one of the first real true rom-coms, maybe even the flash forward of all the years going in. And it was very, very, I actually loved it a lot. It was a great movie. I don't think this isn't one I would repeat a lot.
Yeah.
It was like, I wouldn't go back and be, oh, hey, let's watch When Harry Met Sally.
Yeah.
And my girlfriend was the same way. She was like, oh, you're going to watch it? Can I watch it with you? And I was like, you like this movie? She's like, I love this movie. I was like, when's the last time you watched it? I was like, I don't know, 5 years ago. I'm like, yeah, okay. And it's like, so I knew that it's an iconic movie, but maybe one you can't rewatch unless you just fell in love with it the first time you've seen it.
Yeah.
But I did love the acting. I actually liked the storyline. It was actually pretty funny. It was very comedic. There were some weird scenes with Billy Crystal where I was like, man, because all I can think about is Billy Crystal is just pure comedy. And it's like his face, I was like, man, he's trying to be serious and I'm just not buying it.
Yeah.
But I don't have a problem with this movie at all. It is not like, this is a weird rating for me. Because I would say for me, in a movie aspect and what this movie does for film and what it has done, is definitely like a 9 out of 10. It's like, this is one of the greatest movies of all time. And it is a perfect movie, almost. Very well written, very well done. And I actually liked it. Yeah. But for me personally, I'd probably rate this movie, I don't know, like 7.5. You know, 7.5, 8. It was like, just mainly because it felt like a Chasing Amy version. It was like, it's just a Chasing Amy. There's very dialogue. There's a lot of ins and out of the story, like what's going on. But it is no doubt an iconic film. Yeah. And so it's so weird to be like, man, I would say this is like, you know, a 9 movie. But for me, it's like, I don't know, 7.5.
What do you think Bailey would give it?
I mean, because she's okay, well, I didn't even phrase that. Because she is a female and she does, and she does love Meg Ryan. It was like, I would probably say she would give it at least a 9 or not, or maybe even a 10. Yeah. She just like, when she was watching it, she was like, she could even quote all of the lines. She's like, I have this on DVD. She's like, I love this movie. Yep. And I was like, and I get that. And I still think it is one of the most, what it got inducted into the Library of Congress or what, you know, it's, yeah. And so there's no doubt, but I was like, man, I get it, but I don't know if I would watch this movie multiple times over. But
not a guy's movie for sure.
Yeah, but I still thought some of the writing was great. What was it? His friend, Bruno Kirby.
Yeah. City Slickers.
So I had to go look and see Bruno. I was like, all right, I got to do a quick little Google, little Wikipedia. Rest in peace.
Oh, is he?
Oh, yeah. And, but I didn't, I was like,
Coke?
Leukemia.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. So way to go.
Back.
Yeah. But he, the only thing, the best part of this movie was in my research is that, and this is via Wikipedia, so who knows if it's true or not, but the only reason why he didn't do City Slickers 2 is because I guess he was like violently allergic to horses. And so he was getting shots like every day on the set. Yeah. That's the only reason why he was like, nah, I ain't doing Legend for Curly's Gold. And it's like, hell no, man. It was like fucking me up.
I don't blame him.
Yeah.
Like, and get me.
Yeah. Yeah. But so anyway, long story short, this movie, 7.5 on my scale, only because I don't know if I would rewatch it.
Yeah.
But as for just a movie in the quantum realm of movies, it's a 9.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to, even if you don't love this movie, you have to respect the movie and understand what it was and what it did. Mm-hmm. And so that's what I thought about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm close to that. I think I would give this a solid 8.5. It's interesting, like, obviously, a lot of times with these romantic comedies, you want to get the good-looking gal, the good-looking guy. Billy Crystal is not exactly your leading man in a romantic comedy.
No.
But the other thing is, sometimes with romantic comedies, you can have like the good looking funny gal, but you can have the, I don't want to say uglier dude, but like not the hot guy, as long as they're funny or they're charismatic or something.
The Seth Rogen rule.
Exactly. Yeah. Adam Sandler.
Well, they kind of right about that.
Which Billy Crystal obviously is. But I was also going to say that Bruno Kirby, I know, is a great actor because he had his whole speech in City Slickers, in the first one, where I was like, oh yeah, this guy's fucking great, but it's just never given that much. And he was great in this as well. My problem is I don't think I had ever seen this all the way through, like sitting down from beginning to end. More than, I think I saw it maybe once, but with commercials and like, but I think I've maybe seen it 3 or 4 other times piecemeal with commercials, like started at 15 minutes in or something. So I've seen all of it, but never sat down and watched the entire thing with no commercials. This was my first time, I want to say. But I enjoyed it. I didn't realize it was only an hour and a half. I loved all the scenes. I love how crazy and off the wall, Billy Crystal is, and how meticulous Meg Ryan is in her scenes and all of her quirkiness. Like,
yeah.
But, yeah, it was great. I loved all of the little intercalary, like, shots with the fake / real couples. Like, I liked how they used that to skip a beat and be like, all right, 5 years later. Yeah. And it wasn't always like a huge time skip when they did it. Like, sometimes they didn't even give it to you. Like, they would say it in the line deliveries, like, oh, it's been 3 weeks, or however much longer or in between.
Yeah.
Whenever they finally slept together. But I did notice this, and this is maybe just a guy thing. Obviously, Meg Ryan doing the fake orgasm in the deli is iconic, but I never really, somehow it hit me this time where I was like, oh, I guess I had never seen the night where they like spend the night together. And she's crying about her ex that she doesn't really care about, but didn't marry her, but like, she's giving the coital bliss energy, and I'm like, did Billy Crystal do it? Did he hit the button? Is that, did she fake it? Did she not? Like, that's my question.
Yeah.
They did a whole entire fucking scene. The most iconic scene of the entire fucking movie is her doing the fake orgasm, which everybody thought was fucking hilarious. And, they get together, and I'm like, did she? I'm inferring that she did, I guess. She was enjoying the shit out of herself.
She got him some water.
She got Evian.
Yeah.
Nothing but the best.
Like bottle water in the 80s.
Spared no
when did
expense.
this come out?
89.
89, 89, Evian. God damn money bag.
Yeah.
Anyway, she seemed to have a good time. And then he was just sitting there, stark, raving calm. Like, this is a little bit weird.
Yes.
Which, and again, I saw it from a different angle. I'm like, he's really enjoying the fact that he's got a platonic relationship with a woman, and he's enjoyed it. And he's like, I fucked this whole thing up. I screwed up the entire thing.
Yeah.
But I really liked the whole realization of him running around New Year's and then finally being like, fuck it, I gotta go. And of course, again, I don't know if it was pioneered here, but I would say damn near the whole running. Like make a time. But then you think, it's switches expectations, because you're like, he's got to make it there by New Year's. He's got to give her like the New Year's kiss.
Right.
And then they just like shoot right past it. They're like, nope, fuck it. We've already done the countdown. The countdown's done. Everybody's already kissing and saying Happy New Year and shit. And they're like, they've gone off. Like, they're off script. You're like, wait a minute. You guys were supposed to kiss right at New Year's. Like, no, is this actually going to happen? So I love the fact that they give you a timetable, then they skip the timetable, but then they still give you what you're asking for. I like the JB fake out a little bit.
I mean, it goes all the way to Casablanca, where it's like, Humphrey Bogart's character is kind of writing their story between him and Ingrid Bergman, and his always thing is like, it's got to have a wow finish. It's the writers talking through him. It's like, rom-com's got to have the big wow finish. Yeah. That
Also,
defines the genre.
I was getting mixed up with Carrie Fisher in this, and also The Man with One Red Shoe, where she's like cheating on her husband with somebody else. And I kept waiting for these other scenes. I'm like, man, the 80s just really like melded together for me. This didn't quite happen. I was like, I thought she was cheating with some guy that was like dressed as Tarzan. I was like, nope, that's the wrong movie. Wrong fucking 80s movie.
They all blur together. So what would you give it, you think?
I'm going to say 8.5. Like Tay said, it's iconic. It's not one, I mean, I guess when I see it on TV, I do stop and try to watch it every time. But it's not always my go-to. But if I see it, like it's not one I think of, and I'm like, man, I really got to fucking watch this movie. Yeah. But when it's on, I'm like, oh, this is good shit.
Yeah.
So 8.5 for me.
That's strong. So you're probably 7.5.
I would say my ultimate would be like 7.5, 8.
Yeah.
Like I think as a iconic movie, it's a 9, 100%. So.
Side note, this is delicious.
Oh, hey, why don't you pour me some? Why don't you hand that over here to me?
Let's get in here.
Why don't you just hand that over there to me? Oh, thank you, sir. I guess my official rating would be an 8, because I would say 7.5, but 9 on the
iconic meter.
The meter. You have to go see this movie. And I was like, you have to see this movie because
you have to see it at least once.
100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm an 8 for me. The kind of same deal. It's a 9 for recommendation purposes, but a 7 for me personally. So average it out, 8.
Yeah.
So wait, yeah. Does it matter? Like, I mean, we did this one of our other films where we gave it a a rating, and then we were like, well, as a romantic comedy,
Yeah.
I mean, this is almost a 10, I would say, if in romantic comedies you need to watch this to appreciate any and all.
If
But
you're
like,
a fan of the genre.
Yeah.
but just flat out for me, it was 8.5.
And I agree to that. Where it's like this is a film where it's like, you know, if you're looking at what began romantic comedies, this is to me kind of it.
Yeah.
But for me, it's like, you know, that go back to that movie thing of like, hey, this film needs to be watched. And it was like, you know, regardless of my personal opinion of it, where it's like, okay, maybe a 7.5. It's like, who cares? I mean, someone could say, oh, this is the worst movie of all time.
Mm-hmm.
But you still got to watch it.
Yes.
I mean, someone could write this like, oh, this movie's terrible. It's dog shit. It's like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You still got to watch it. You still have to watch it.
Yeah. And I agree. And yeah, I'm not necessarily a rom-com guy in general, not necessarily my thing.
Oh, it's my bag, baby.
Yeah. And, you know, and definitely, so when I do a review, I have to kind of take that into account. Yeah, you average out a lot of things into that rating. You know, it's an aggregate.
What? That's a big word.
Yeah, I know.
Ew.
I had to work that in.
Statistics, analytics,
Yeah.
analytics.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, Meg Ryan, Billy Crystal have great chemistry with each other. There's a lot of great, Nora Ephron writes some great scenes. To me, it's like Billy Crystal's speech at the end is like one of the iconic, like rom-com speeches to win back the girl. I mean, to me, it outdoes Jerry Maguire. You know, it's one of the big speeches.
Well, the Jerry Maguire one took too long.
Yes.
It was a little wordy.
When the woman has to say, like Renee Zellweger has to say, shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's too long.
So, real quick, before you wrap it up, what do we think is the best Meg Ryan romantic comedy? I know we've done Sleepless in Seattle.
Joe versus the Volcano.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I'm not as well versed with that. I know You've Got Mail, Sleepless in Seattle, and this. Yeah. Would those be her triumvirate of romantic comedies?
I think this is her best one.
Which one? This is the best.
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would say this, and then You've Got Mail, honestly, weirdly, and then Sleepless in Seattle.
And even though I may like those movies more personally, I think this is by far her best film.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, to give you an idea of how iconic this is, my wife chose that Billy Crystal speech for our engagement photos to put with it in our entryway. She'd never seen the movie at that point, but she knew that quote.
Yeah.
And so, but that was one that we do a Valentine's Day. Like I cooked dinner for her, and then we scratch a rom-com off the list. And we did this one a few years ago. We've done Pretty Woman, we've done Ghost, we've done Say Anything, we've done Dirty
Spinal
Dancing,
Tap.
We've done Spinal Tap. But then, yeah, When Harry Met Sally, basically we do a different one every year, and this is definitely one of the ones we had to scratch off the list.
Nice.
So, and she was a fan. She enjoyed it a lot.
My girlfriend also liked this.
Big fan.
Mm-hmm.
Huge fan.
Yeah. But yeah, there's been another episode of Cinema Vino. And yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed our little New Year's broadcast.
Yes.
This Juvian Caves is a great cava. And by the way, it has a very green apple flavor.
I was going to say, it's just fruity.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I forgot that you poured this, and so I took the first sip, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. But I mean, if you like a nice like green apple flavor, it's definitely what you got.
Very, yeah.
I'll have what she's having.
But next week we're gonna take a little break, and then we're going to James Bond, James Judi Dench.
I also really liked that wagon wheel table. I thought it was cool.
I did too. I feel bad for him too.
I was iffy on the wagon wheel table, especially when they were wheeling it out. It's like I don't know how.
So and was this so? Is this when Carrie Fisher was trying to make her like name beside Star Wars? She was like, hey, I'm trying to get away from Princess Leia.
If anything, this was kind of her like comeback role, because it was like she got into drugs pretty bad in the 80s, as did a lot of people.
Yeah, she did this. She did Man with One Red Shoe. She did Blues Brothers.
Postcards from the Edge.
I don't know what that is.
It's a good movie. I'd recommend it. But it's based on her book. I mean, it's Meryl Streep and Shirley MacLaine, but she wrote the book based on her relationship with Debbie Reynolds, her mom.
Huh.
So, but yeah, she went into more like writing and stuff like that at that point. She became a very well-known script doctor.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
I believe like stuff like Hook. I think she did a pass on that script. I mean, she did quite a few stuff for Steven Spielberg. And
fuck, are we going to watch Hook for this?
It's a Christmas movie for sure.
Bangarang.
I tried to pass that. I tried to float that last year. We were iffy about that as a Christmas movie.
I will watch that June 1st. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Yeah. What is it? Combat boots on Bob Dylan's coffee table.
Yeah.
But anyway, well, we will see you guys next time. We're going to do a Bond deep dive, and then after that, we're going to look at the Oscar race 2022.
Here we go.
I'll have what she's having.
See, that was real though.
I don't have. Yeah, that's gonna be a hard pass on what he's having.
Table's all sticky.
Yeah. All right. Good movies, decent movies, great movies, only drunker and bangs and whimpers.
Wait, let's hear everybody's orgasm.
Mm.
Okay, that's not how you sound. Shazam!
Hubba hubba. We will see you guys next time.
Be sure to listen, rate, and subscribe at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, CastBox, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Our website is at cinemavino.net, and reviews of these films can be found at toddwoffordmovies.com.